How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to our video on the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about more of the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Ultimania. Today, we're going to be continuing the 20 question section of the Birth by Sleep Ultimania. In the last video, we talked about various topics like why Ventus was inside of Sora, how exactly that went about, the origins of the Black Coat in the organization, or at least a sneak peek into the origins, because we know what the actual origins seem to be, along with some questions about Apprentice Xehanort, Aqua, Kairi. If you want to check it out, simply look at the end card in the end of this video, check out the playlist in the top right, or just check it out when you're done with this video. Today, however, we'll be doing the rest of the 20 questions. Last video, we only did the first 10. Today, we'll be doing the rest. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Why is Aqua's armor in the Chamber of Repose? Because Aqua tried to save Terra. When she tried to retrieve Terra's heart from Terranort, they both fell into the realm of darkness, and she gave him both her armor and Keyblade, which allowed him to escape. Because of this, when Ansem the Wise picked up Xehanort, he still had the armor and Keyblade, which Xemnas then put in the Chamber of Repose. Why is Xemnas searching for the Chamber of Awakening to find Ventus? The Chamber of Awakening is the room where Aqua leaves Ventus sleeping in the last episode, and is a part of Castle Oblivion. As you can see from Xemnas calling Aqua's armor friend, it seems Xemnas has Terra's memories, and so is searching for Ventus, and is making the other organization members look for the Chamber of Awakening. What is the true form of the lingering sentiment? After Terra lost his body, his thoughts gathered into his armor. At the end of Terra's scenario, Master Xehanort had commandeered his body, so his thoughts took control of his armor. After the armor stayed in the Keyblade graveyard until Cage 2FM, where lingering sentiment went against Sora. Because he saw that it was not his chosen one, Riku, using a Keyblade, but Sora, he grew suspicious and thought he had something to do with Master Xehanort and attacked him. Did something happen in Xigbar's past? The number 2 member in the organization, Xigbar, conspired with Master Xehanort when he was a human named Brig. Because of this, he knows more about Xemnas, who is the nobody of Xehanort, than anyone else. That is why he often says strange things and can speak up against Xemnas. What sort of people were organization members 3 through 8 as humans? We know now that they had ordinary lives in Radiant Garden. In Birth by Sleep, we've seen one part of Xigbar's past, as well as members 3 through 8, 3 through 6 were apprentices under Ansem the Wise, and did things like act as guardmen, but Axel and Syax were just young boys who were friends. And we'll stop right there. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I was like cheesing my butt off reading the Xigbar part, because Xigbar's is really cool, and I don't know, I just love Xigbar's presence in the Kingdom Hearts series. He's the only one that can speak up to Xemnas in the organization. I just find that so cool for some reason, and it's because of their history with Master Xehanort in Birth by Sleep, which is just really cool. But outside of that though, everything else we pretty much know for the most part. If you were confused about why exactly Aqua's armor was in the Chamber of Repose, well, it's because of the final episode where Aqua is saving Terra's body, Terranort. With Ventus, we also see in that final episode Aqua take Ventus to the land of departure, turning it into Castle Oblivion and putting him in the Chamber of Awakening. Outside of that though, nothing too new here so far, but if you were confused about a couple of these things, then well, now you know. One other thing I will comment on though is I do really like how they kept the reference that Riku was meant to be the true, I guess, Keyblade master. He was the chosen person at first, which honestly, still to this day, I think they are still going to be expanding upon, because they never stop mentioning it really after Kingdom Hearts 1. I really do think it's leading up to something. Although Riku does have his own Keyblade by Chain of Memories, by Kingdom Hearts 2, I truly do think this is about to lead to something big, a big story arc that will tie into Verum Rex. Riku being the original chosen one, or the supposed Keyblade wielder that Terra chose. I mean, they mentioned it in Kingdom Hearts 1, we found out about it in Kingdom Hearts 1. They also still keep it referenced in Kingdom Hearts 2 and the cutscene with Lingering Will, and they still keep that going in Birth by Sleep when we actively see that Sora was never even chosen to wield that Keyblade. Aqua was getting ready to give it to Sora, to bequeath it to Sora, but they realized that Riku already had it. And it's really something to think about for sure. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they'll continue that story arc going into Kingdom Hearts 4, Verum Rex, whatever? I think they will personally, but let's move on. What happened to Ansem the Wise? He is wandering in the realm of darkness. Ansem the Wise, who banished to the realm of nothingness by his 6 apprentices, in Kingdom Hearts 2, he wanted to release the Kingdom Hearts made from people's hearts that the nobodies of his apprentices had created. The machine that he used for that ended up exploding, taking him with it. It looked as though he disappeared, but we know from the secret event in Birth by Sleep that he was sent into the realm of darkness, which is one of the best cutscenes in the entire Kingdom Hearts series in blank points. What made Maleficent want to take over the world? Because of what she learned from Master Xehanort. In Kingdom Hearts, Maleficent tried to steal the hearts of the princesses of light by using heartless soldiers. The reason she decided to do this was because Master Xehanort had told her if you gather the hearts of the princesses, you will be able to control the world. Why was Pete put in prison? I'm not gonna lie, that is a hilarious question to read out loud, but it was a punishment for stepping on the hearts of others. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Pete tells us he was saved from prison by Maleficent. The reason he was put there was because during their Dream Festival, he said things that showed he cared little for the hearts of others. That's still just really hilarious to read because they're talking about Pete from Disney. It's just funny. Why did Merlin have Winnie the Pooh's book? Terra picked it up and gave it to him. In Kingdom Hearts, he tells us that it's not really his book, it had just been in his bag. In Birth by Sleep, we see that it had fallen there as if drawn to him, and Terra had picked it up and given it to him. And for the final question, why was Scrooge so interested in ice cream? A perfect final question to end off the video. He has always been interested in ice cream. In Ventus's scenario, we find out that the ice cream machine that Huey and the boys were using was originally Scrooge's machine, as he has always been interested in making ice cream. That is why he was so interested in it in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like how Nomura felt a need to tie that loose end in to Birth by Sleep. Like, who was going into Birth by Sleep thinking about, I wonder why Scrooge was so interested in ice cream? I mean, these are the true questions that we need to know for the Kingdom Hearts series. Let's be real here. The last 3 questions were all just Disney questions, but that will likely about do it for today's Ultimania video as far as the questions go. We are now done with the 20 questions section, which just is asking questions throughout the general Kingdom Hearts series. Now, the next couple of videos, we're after the halfway point. Now we're over the halfway point. We're reaching the end section of the Birth by Sleep Ultimania interviews. We do got a fair bit to go though. Don't worry, we got a fair bit to go. But after this though, we got maybe 2-3 more videos left. But those 2-3 videos are going to be pretty interesting as we're going to get into a lot of that lore. I'm looking at the questions right now and it's some pretty interesting stuff, man. But reading some of these questions does really make me think about how much Nomura tied Birth by Sleep into scenes with Kingdom Hearts 2. Birth by Sleep was made with Kingdom Hearts 2 in mind, greatly. A lot of loose ends were tied up in this game that we didn't even really think about, to be honest. Little references, even little scenes in Final Mix with the Lingering Sentiment or Lingering Will. Very, very cool stuff from Nomura. I cannot wait to see what this man has in store for us in Phase 2. Birth by Sleep was a huge change for the Kingdom Hearts series. I mean, it completely changed everything almost, story-wise at least. Kingdom Hearts before Birth by Sleep already did have a pretty big universe. I mean, we were literally traveling the galaxy, going to Disney worlds and saving hearts, saving worlds, sealing keyholes, doing just this crazy magical stuff. However, Birth by Sleep expanded the lore of the Keyblade wielders, of our main villain, and I think honestly was the game that sparked a lot more interest in the Kingdom Hearts series story-wise. This game and Dream Drop Distance and games surrounding it, a lot of the non-numbered titles really started this huge lore string in the community of theorists, speculators, people like me just talking about every tiny little thing that happens in the story. I mean, a lot of this stuff started with Birth by Sleep, started with BBS, started with Dream Drop, with these non-numbered titles, because they expanded the world so much, and it's really impressive, honestly. However, that will about do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. If you want to check out our other Ultimania videos, check out the playlist in the end card in like a couple of seconds. We've done quite a few other videos on the Birth by Sleep Ultimania. It's in order too, so if you want to start from the beginning and reach up to here, feel free. We only have a couple more videos left, and then after Birth by Sleep, we'll be getting right into Recoded. Which I wonder what Recoded Ultimania has in it, because yeah. Anyways, though, thank you guys for watching. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.